we make projects in this environment actually pencil? Somebody would like to, I think we want to address that with Stephen. I think, Stephen, if you can kind of give some insight.
Sure. So maybe I'll start. Thank you for that kind introduction, Francisco, and thanks to everyone on the Zoom today. I hope everyone is safe and healthy. I'll start maybe with where we were pre-COVID in Los Angeles on exit cap rates, and Lori might have some opinions on this. A lot of people were underwriting a 4.5% exit rate, and we're being aggressive. Only 1% or 100 basis points above that at 5.5% going in yield, 5% vacancy, and assuming 2 to 3% rent growth year over year. Today, when you talk to capital, if they are interested right now, rather than a 5% vacancy, they're underwriting a 10% vacancy, which is significant. Most people feel exit cap rates for sales valuation will hold because interest rates have declined and we're in a very low yield environment. And at least for multifamily, it's still considered a lower risk investment, and people like the idea of owning apartment buildings in high barrier to entry markets like Los Angeles. But they're assuming 25 basis points over that 4.5 exit, so 4.75 rather than 4.5, and no rent growth for 2 or 3 years. So, you know, on a large asset, that can be tens of millions of dollars in value. Capital thinks the first place we're going to see distress is probably in land. Land is the most elastic. And so we might see land fall, especially if owners have retail or hospitality exposure.
Right.
And other things, I think Fifth Street Ventures, our theme going into pre-COVID, where there were large macro themes in the market of community, security, and affordability. So a lot of these buildings with their amenity programs address creating community. Most millennials and Gen Zs don't have 3 people they can call in an emergency. There's a lot of isolation, loneliness in these generations, and these buildings were really trying, and I think some of them quite successfully, to create that community that people long to have in person in this digital world. That's only going to continue. We're just going to have to be more creative. The other 2 themes were security. We live in this very polarized, intense world. So when you come home, you just want to be comfortable. And then affordability. Affordability is going to be king out of this. So while we were maybe being aggressive and optimistic at pushing how high rents can go they go $5 a square foot, $6 a square foot? We're going to have to completely look at that paradigm and open up affordability, both on the affordable and market rate side, because of the employment situation and just the realities of the world we live in.
Right.